Hi, and welcome to Season 7 of the Northern Power Futures podcast with United Utilities. This is the podcast where you can submit your questions about your education and early career, and where you can get fantastic advice from top professionals from all over the UK. In this season, we're looking at some of your issues around remote working and learning, as well as your concerns about how to stay connected in other ways in these ever-changing times. For episode 1, we're focusing on your questions around best practice for working and learning remotely and tips on how to progress your career. Let's get into it.
I've been in my company over a year, and due to the pandemic, my annual review has been pushed back. I want to ask for a pay rise, but not sure how to approach it.
Hi, Kate Halewood, Company Director at Root Ball Coaching and Consultancy. If you want to ask for a pay rise, be clear on what factors support your case. Prepare a script that outlines your rationale. Things like the specific value you bring to the organisation, why you think you are worth more, and evidence where similar roles in your sector are being paid more. Give your boss plenty of warning. Make an appointment to discuss your rationale at a time that's convenient for them, and ideally when salaries normally get reviewed in the budget cycle. You may want to suggest formally agreeing a raise that kicks in after the next budget review. And finally, confidence. If you don't believe in your case, neither will they. Practice your script, and when you are in the meeting, keep your tone friendly, speak clearly and concisely, and make sure you maintain eye contact. Follow these steps and you will give yourself your best chance of securing a pay rise. Good luck.
I've been applying for entry-level jobs since graduating this summer. I rarely get a reply and want to know what can make my CV stand out above the rest. Should I be sending video CVs?
James Williams, Responsible Transformation, Lloyds Banking Group. In my time, I must have reviewed hundreds, if not thousands, of technical CVs for roles within a sort of wide technical team that I was a part of over a number of years. What makes CVs stand out for me is cardinal rule: just don't go past 2 pages. I think the next step is, I've seen so many templates, it doesn't reflect who you are, so grab as many CVs, different types of CVs you've got from your friends, your family, from the internet or whatever, and work out what works for you, what displays who you are in terms of the layout and the format. And that's a really good way to start. I think the next thing is reach out to the hiring manager or the company, be interested in them, the role, and try and get them to relate to you as a person rather than just a flat sort of CV that's there in front of them. From a video point of view, from our background inclusion and diversity, I really worry about the unconscious bias that comes through in the video approach. So, go out there and good luck.
I live in a flat with 3 others and have to work from my bedroom. I'm worried this looks unprofessional to my colleagues. Should I explain my living situation, or is it not necessary?
Lucia Majewski-Kent, Regional Development Manager, TransPennine Express. I wouldn't worry about not looking professional having to work from your bedroom. Not everyone has the benefit of an office at home, and most of us are doing the best we can where we can, whether that's in your bedroom, kitchen or spare room. Your professionalism comes from the work you do, not from where you do it.
I set a goal for 2020 to get promoted for my role as account executive, having at the time been in my job for 2 years. However, every time I bring this up with my manager, they say it isn't the right time. Should I wait it out or approach my manager's boss?
Yvonne Harrison, founder of Strive UK. If you set a goal to be an account executive by 2020, and when you bring this up with your manager, they say now isn't the right time, there's a couple of things I suggest you could do. Number 1, figure out if your manager is an enabler or a blocker. Are they going to actively support you, and is now not the right time, or is there ever going to be a right time within this company? Once you've figured that out, the second thing is to work on a clear plan with your manager which has targets around your skills, knowledge and experiences, highlighting the gaps you currently have or they perceive you have, and the things that you can do to fill those gaps, and also consider a timeline for a review with your manager. Once you've satisfied those gaps, revisit with your manager to see if there's an opportunity for promotion, or potentially look elsewhere.
At my job, we use instant messenger to contact colleagues whilst we are working from home. Now, asking a simple question seems like a bigger deal. My manager often ignores my questions when I message.
How can I make my communication more effective to get a response?
Sarah Drury, Company Director for Caldrew Construction. I would follow up with a telephone call or set a weekly team meeting or a one-to-one with your manager where all questions can be addressed. I think it's important for managers to interact with team members to extract the best out of them. So schedule a time and a date when you're both free. Speak clearly, speak up, and also listen to what your manager has to say as well. I think communication is key to getting the best out of people that you work with.
How can I keep ownership of my work when the people managing me keep taking credit for it?
Steve Stewart, Community Engagement Manager for Census 2021. When it comes down to gaining recognition or having your work shared with other people, or indeed your manager sometimes taking credit for it, there's lots of ways you should consider to actually keep things on board. One might be that you keep folders of your work, your very best work, and you can reference those and label them at any time, call them back in. You can also, of course, copy people into or BCC people into work that you forward to your managers. It's always a good idea as well to evaluate the work that you do, and if possible, get colleagues to peer evaluate it, have a look at it and feedback to you. Always ask your managers for feedback in any sessions that you have, and ask if you can sometimes co-present or present it, and always be proud of the work that you're doing.
I am junior in my company, and I'm involved in initial stages of projects. But just as it appears to be getting exciting, I am suddenly not needed. How can I stay involved? Or is this just a part of being junior?
My name is Rachel Parks and I'm from the University of Liverpool, and my role is Head of Project and Programme Management in the Strategic Change Department. So my answer to this would be to let people know what you've got to offer. The role junior or title junior is just a title, so don't let that hold you back or undermine your confidence and abilities of what you've got to offer. If you only get involved at the beginning of projects, then I'd suggest you tell people that you're interested in the project in general and that you're willing to get involved in the ongoing stages of the project. Sometimes being a junior and ongoing opportunities can be linked to pay and responsibilities. So organisations may be reluctant to put too much on junior staff because of the pay grade. So it's important to let people know that you are willing to help out and you're doing that to gain the experience and because you're interested. That can help.
I am a morning person and so I'm way more productive earlier on. Is it suitable for me to ask to start work earlier and finish earlier? What should I be aware of when asking or suggesting new ways of working?
My name's Stephen. I'm a Responsible Transformation Manager at Lloyds Banking Group, and I absolutely think that it is suitable for you to ask to work earlier and finish earlier if that is something that would bring out your productivity and make sure that you are working to the best of your abilities. When making that request, though, just be aware, as much as you are productive in the morning, there are others who are productive later in the afternoon or potentially in the evening. So just make sure that when you are making that request, that when you are asking for the finishing time, that you allow enough crossover to be able to work with the people who might be more productive later on in the day.
I graduated uni in the class of 2020 and I'm applying for jobs. Should I apply to jobs that say 1 year plus experience? I have had part-time jobs and done work experience, but I don't know if I'm wasting my time.
Rob Mukherjee, Director at Every Cloud Security. No, I don't think you'd be wasting your time applying for those roles, so long as those roles are jobs that you believe you would really enjoy and a job that you believe you could do really well. Of course, recognise that there will be people who will be applying who will have that 1+ years experience. So the things to think about are, what do you have in your locker that might mitigate against you not having that experience? You know, there will definitely be talents that you have that other applicants don't have. So they might have a year's experience, you'll have something else. You'll have some other quality, some other talent, something in your locker that will give you the edge as well. And typically employers will take that into consideration. So if it's a job you think you can do well and a job you think you'd really enjoy, then I would say apply.
Thanks so much to every single person who took time to get in touch with their advice and experience, and of course to you for asking the questions. If you would like some help or advice with any challenges you're experiencing in work, education or home life, then just record your question on your phone and email it to us at hello@northernpowerfutures.com, and you could be featured on a future episode. We'd love to hear from you on social media too. You can find us on Instagram at Northern Power Futures or Twitter at MP_Futures. And you can also visit our website at northernpowerfutures.com. The Northern Power Futures podcast is a What Goes On media production.